What you are looking at right now is one of the most powerful hurricanes ever to grace the Atlantic Ocean. Category 5 Hurricane Milton, near the peak of its strength, or any strength of any hurricane ever. Milton is an 180-mile-an-hour Category 5 hurricane and is expected after tonight to begin to turn northeast, and that will determine a lot of where the storm's worst impacts are. Obvious question, is this thing going to hit as a Category 5? Because we completely underestimated the intensity. The storm is expected to strengthen tonight before weakening slightly due to an eye wall replacement cycle and significant wind shear as it gets closer to land. However, warm ocean conditions still persist, and because of the high intensity of this storm being so much greater than previously thought, it is reasonable to assume that this will hit as a mid-Category 4 storm, somewhere along Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Manatee, and Sarasota counties. It is also reasonable to assume that due to the size of the center of the storm, hurricane force winds reaching out about 30 miles in each direction, Pinellas and Hillsborough counties can expect to receive hurricane force winds. The rainfall forecast and flash flooding forecast has not changed significantly since our last update. There will be significant flooding in poor drainage in coastal areas for most of the northern side of the storm. Storm surge for Milton primarily depends on where the center passes through. There's possibility for 10 to 20 feet of storm surge, and if the storm hits further north, that would include the Bay Area as well.
And here's a map that gives you a good idea of the worst potential impacts of storm surge, given different hurricane strengths.
Regarding the forecast models, the overall ambiguity has remained extremely similar to the past few days. Today's earlier models reflect that ambiguity almost exactly, whereas the later models show a significant change to the south in terms of the landfall. This is likely because of the storm's shift to the south over the past few hours. Yet, however, the overall tracks for the official and most notable hurricane forecasting models remain the same. Either Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Manatee, or Sarasota counties will be directly hit by the storm. To conclude, as historic as the storm is, our overall forecast has not changed as much. We still expect it to hit as a Category 4 storm, mid-Category 4 along the coast, and God forbid that the weakening doesn't shear it enough, it could hit as a weak Category 5. Either way, this is an extremely dangerous storm, to the point where whether it's a Category 4 or 5 is a negligible factor in how seriously you should take this storm. Besides the fact that water is the most deadly part of any hurricane, the winds in this storm are going to cause extreme damage, so do your best to prepare for the worst. This is a Super Weather Galaxy update. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. These opinions are mine and mine alone and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of trained professionals whom you should take heed to over me, obviously. And this information will be outdated in a matter of hours, so please stay tuned to local forecasts, and if this video is more than a day old by the time you watch it, disregard all information as present and please stay up to date on actual resources.